We do want to begin, though, this morning with the very latest on that crackdown in Syria and the growing refugee crisis across the border in Turkey. This morning, Syrian President Bashar Assad claims pro-democracy protests are turning into sabotage as he promises a package of reforms by the end of the year. CBS News correspondent Wyatt Andrews is just across the Syrian border in Turkey. Wyatt, good morning.
Good morning, Erica. Assad is now promising some very vague reforms, including something he calls the National Dialogue Authority, to hear the concerns of the Syrian people. But he is also justifying this violent crackdown he's been undertaking against the pro-democracy movement and calling the protesters themselves vandals and even murderers. In parts of his speech, Assad conceded that his government is too corrupt and not very responsive, but it's clear he plans to cling to power. He even hinted the reform movement would go nowhere unless the mass demonstrations stop.
What is happening today has nothing to do with reform. It has to do with vandalism. There can be no development without stability and no reform through vandalism. We have to rehabilitate the saboteurs or isolate them.
In northwest Syria, Assad's army and tanks are isolating much of the countryside, driving everyone out and conducting mass arrests. Here in the town of Badama, those who managed to avoid detention were being shot as they ran away.
They shot at everyone they saw. They targeted schools. We ran away from them. They shot at people fleeing towards the mountains.
Except for this National Dialogue Authority, not much in Assad's speech was new. But he is also, and in perhaps what is the oddest part of his speech, he's promising that the army, the Syrian army, will protect the 20,000 refugees he has created when those refugees tell us they are certain they'll be killed if they go home.
Yeah.
Erica?
Talk about two different sides of a coin there. CBS's Wyatt Andrews this morning. Wyatt, thanks.